welcome to Joburg Today. I'm Zizipho Ndevu. This year's Cytex was the largest to date, with both local and international businesses scouting possibilities at the continent's biggest business opportunities expo.
This is Cytex, a springboard into Africa, Africa's most cost-effective networking and deal-making platform. For 22 successful years, Cytex has been a wellspring of new products, latest trends, new suppliers, untapped markets, and new customers locally and from around the world. For Jiangsu Zhongshan, a manufacturing company in China that produces these motor tricycles, participation at Cytex 2015 has been phenomenal. They have already engaged with a local export-import company to bring these vehicles to the Southern African market.
This kind of product is very useful for those people who gonna earn money, and in some village areas, that is our market is focusing on the African countries. The manufacturing is the final step. Any products, any business has its process. Finally, we're gonna produce some parts, the main parts of our vehicle gonna produce here.
Cytex also hosted a number of free seminars by top industry experts speaking on various business topics. The aim, to attract investors and encourage manufacturing and job creation.
It's very important to indicate that one of the biggest challenges that we have in our country is the growth of our economy. And we have a belief that most economies need only not to look inward but should also look outward. And hence, in that sense, the key for the success or the growth of the South African economy, it's in Africa. Economies in Africa are growing, and basically then there's the serious transformation of the economies of Africa. And if really we are going to take Africa seriously, I think there's huge potential in terms of economic opportunities in Africa.
The great thing about being at Cytex 2015 is there's something for everybody. For me, it's all about chocolates.
We're based in Vicksburg. It's more the cherry capital of the world. And we started about 6 years ago making chocolate. We started to go with the DTI to quite a few export shows all over the world, mainly Asia. We service very much the hospitality industry, the niche market and the corporate industry. Also tapping a little bit into the airline industry where we'd really like to be. Cytex has been very good to us. It's given us a platform to find the right people for our market to be sold into.
Nashina Mohammed for Joburg Today.
Hi, I'm Rochelle and you're watching Joburg Today.
Join the conversation on our Facebook page, that's joburgtoday.tv. Follow us on Twitter at Joburg Today. And if you're one of those people on the move, then pockettv.mobi. That's pocket with an I. We Joburgers are known for being hustlers when it comes to business, but there is a softer side to us too. Many animals lead a good life here, but there are those that need a helping hand.
Joburg is a city full of animal lovers, but is also a city that has problems with animal abuse.
Animal cruelty is defined by the Animal Protection Act in South Africa. So basically where animals' needs aren't being met, such as food and water, shelter, where animals are being mistreated, as in possibly being hit or abused, physical abuse. In the past, people would just see where animals don't have the basic needs met as cruelty. But a lot of people now are starting to recognize the emotional and psychological needs and welfare or well-being of animals.
The Animal Anti-Cruelty League is one of many organizations in our city that works to end the cruelty.
Animal Anti-Cruelty League is an animal welfare organization. We believe that caring is our business. We've taken approximately 150 to 200 animals a month, and they vary between dogs and cats, and we even go so far as to take in chickens, ducks, hamsters, rats. We've had the odd parrot as well. We have a welfare hospital. We aim at the low-income groups, the pensioners and the unemployed. They just don't have the means to afford expensive options like spays and vaccinations. So we subsidise them as far as we can. We have an extensive inspectorate department where they investigate cruelty, they do our property inspections, pre and post home checks, and they also monitor a lot of the film shoots. And the kennels obviously play a huge part in terms of adoptions, taking in unwanted animals, and we encompass the whole of Johannesburg.
I volunteer for the Animal Anti-Cruelty League. There's loads of animals here, dogs and cats, and just give some love to the animals and they give it back 10 times, so which is great.
The Animal Anti-Cruelty League hopes to push across the responsible pet ownership. We have an extensive primary school program where we try to educate people about animal cruelty and responsible pet ownership.
Animal abuse can be identified basically where animals' needs aren't met. If you see an animal not being in a physical condition that you think is appropriate, whether you may be right or wrong about your impression and so forth, doesn't matter. If you feel an animal needs aren't being met, you can contact us and we will go and have a look at it. And 9 out of 10 times you could probably be right, but in the case where the animal's needs are being met, we can at least assure you the animal's needs are being met.
We're currently busy with an outreach project with Cause for Paws, who are a non-profit organisation, and we're going to be having an outreach during July and August to sterilise communities' animals.
As you can see, animal cruelty is a tragedy, but one that not only the AACL and similar organizations, but the entire city can actively prevent. This is Samuel Gebhardt for Joburg Today.
We are Punk and Ivy, and you are watching Joburg Today.
And now to something green. Joburg Metro recently launched their latest program to address climate change. This initiative involves the Metro's vehicle fleet.
The City of Johannesburg recently launched its Green Fleet program as part of the 2040 vision to make the city green.
We as the City of Johannesburg committed ourselves, both as a city but as part of a collective of municipalities through C40 and ICLE, to ensure that we put in place actions to mitigate the impact of climate change. And these actions include the conversion of our own fleet. This is part of the municipal fleet, but it also includes the conversion of our buses. We'll be unveiling a few of our buses that have been converted into alternative energy as a means of changing behavior, not just of the municipality, but also beginning to encourage change of behavior throughout society.
With the city's green initiative, they plan to roll out more energy-efficient transportation.
As a city, we have adopted a multi-pronged strategy, as indicated by the mayor and everyone who spoke today, that the first deployment was on the hybrids, but we are also within our core services, your city power, your pick it up. We are looking at generating alternative sources of fuels, like your biofuels from waste, compressed natural gas. So in terms of the next phases, we will be opting for those other options as and when they become available to the city.
I'm Poma Shehu for Joburg Today.
Hi, I'm Fortune Shawalala and you're watching Joburg Today.
And that brings us to the end for today's show. For more on the city, check out our playlist. That's it from me, Zizi Paul. I leave you at Dave Van Vuren, Luna Girl.
My Luna girl, you are the reason I'm alive. You are the sea beneath the sun, my only one. I cannot try to even show you all my love. You're sexy, scrumptious woman, you are the one. My Luna girl with every breath It would just be a big mistake without you. My only wish is that I will spend each day with you, and have everything that I go through, you go through too. Cause I got a whole lot of love, whole lot of light to share. But I've been running in circles, feeling the life's been unfair. But hold on, a woman, here I come, yeah. I feel you in the deepest way, darling, yeah. I need you until my dying day, darling. Cause I got a whole lot of love, whole lot of light to share. But I've been running in circles, feeling that life's been unfair. Said I got a whole lot of love, whole lot of light to share. But I've been running in circles, feeling that life's been unfair. But hold on, a woman, here I come.